Another art journal with me. Today I am featuring this little book that I got from the library. I went with my kids a couple weeks ago to the library, and you know, this is the most amazing book. The illustrator, she used action films as her inspiration behind a lot of these illustrations. And fun fact, my favorite movie in the entire world is Speed 1994 with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Nothing has ever topped that. And it's just this weird thing. I've always loved Speed. 1994, I was like 6 years old and probably should not have been watching Speed with all the bad language and violence, but that is what happened in my childhood, and I freaking loved it, gobbled it up. I've watched it on repeat. You do not want to watch that movie with me because I am the most annoying person in the world because I know every single line and I say it before the, actors say it on the screen. I'm just horribly annoying. And so I have to always watch it by myself. But anyways, in this book, so it's like about a sheep and a goat, and they're just trying to like one up each other. They're enemies, and they're just like, well, I can do this, well, I can do this, and I can do that, and they just keep trying to one up each other. And there is a scene where they've climbed up onto the roof and they decide to jump on a bus. And the first time I read this to my kids, I didn't even realize it. And my kid was pointing to this, and I was like, oh yeah, there must be a bus to downtown. The second time I read it, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. There's Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, and the bus in Speed was 2525, and it's right here. And this is exactly what the bus looks like in the movie. And if you've ever seen the movie, you would know that they buy some time by circling the runway at the airport. And I love that the airport scene was also referenced in here. Anyways, I had not watched that movie in so long because my kids are now 5 and 7, and I just like never gave myself the permission to watch it. I don't know why I didn't watch it at night, but I never had the energy. But it had been so long since I had watched that movie, and I was like, well, I want to watch it. And so I watched the movie, and I decided to art journal about it. I printed out some pictures and I made a spread, and I am going to roll the clip now and talk while I journal. So I'm using my large art journal today. It's an 8.5 by 11, and I printed out some photographs of my favorite scenes. Well, it's really just that one scene with Keanu and Sandra on the bus. Okay. And I printed out a picture of the bus. I am just gonna go with the flow. I pasted them down on the lower right corner. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it quite yet. I'm just gonna paint over them to give it a little painterly look. And I don't know what that grape blob is. We'll figure it out as we go. I just think of a lot of concrete with Speed because they were in LA and they were just roaming the streets of LA in a bus that wouldn't go below 50 miles an hour. I might be butchering their faces. I might be. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then I printed out this movie poster, and I think I might try to paste it on here. I'm gonna fill up the page with a background of gray. Lots of gray. Maybe we'll add some blues. Let's add some blues. I've been really, really liking acrylic paints. They dry so quickly, and they come in these large sets of multiple colors. While I do enjoy mixing paints, not so much when I am art journaling because I don't want to be overthinking it and like getting upset. I don't get the same paint colors or whatever. So I just like getting a big set with many colors to choose from. So I've pasted down the bus and I've cut it out, and I'm drawing in the remainder of the bus that's missing. from the cropped out poster, and it's kind of fun. It makes it feel like I did something rather than just painting on top of the printout, which is just fine. I'm just trying to commemorate my favorite movie with a fun little art journal spread. So it's not a big deal, even if all of it is printed out images. There's the title, Speed. I will say, as much as I loved the movie Speed, I did not love Speed 2. I did enjoy the soundtrack because it was kind of fun, but the actual movie with Willem Dafoe and the leeches, not my favorite. And I think as much as I like Sandra Bullock, without Keanu, the movie didn't have the same magic as Speed 1. Plus, Dennis Hopper was a really, really good villain. Okay, I don't think I've actually talked about what the premise of Speed is. Keanu Reeves plays the police officer from the LAPD. He's in the like special bomb squad. And the movie starts off with you see Dennis Hopper as the villain. His name is Howard Payne in the movie, and he has set up a crazy bomb on an elevator. And he wants a ransom of $3 million or he will blow it. And so Jeff Daniels, who plays Harry, Jack Trevin's partner on the LAPD, like they're work partners, and they essentially, I don't want to ruin the whole film, they essentially save the day. The villain doesn't get his way. And so, as revenge, the villain decides to do another thing where he sets up a bomb on a public bus and calls Jack and says, "What do you do?" And so the whole movie goes through this crazy sequence where it's just obstacle after obstacle that they encounter. And yeah, it's just nonstop action. Like literally, you're on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's not like the most deep or a thought-provoking movie, but something about it always draws me in, and I love the thrill of it all. So I decided to write a quote on here. I used my little letter stamps. I wrote the line that Howard Payne says to Jack over the phone, which is, "Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bomb goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?" I hope you enjoyed my making of my Speed art journal spread. It is so fun to relive my favorite movie. I am just obsessed with this page. I just think it is such a fun thing to do for myself. And I encourage you to take your favorite movie and make a spread about it, pick a quote, print out some pictures, and just try it out. Until next time, please like and subscribe.